Alright, Thursday morning. So we're gonna try to. It's about 7:15. It says 60 degrees. I'm sure it'll get colder in some spots. We're starting out on the Santiago Creek Trail just because this is a good cut. This takes a lot off the ride. And I need to be to work by 8. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, we're going to be riding to the city of Irvine to work. We're riding a budget e-bike, Windhorse WO, 750 watts with 8,707 miles on it. We're still using the old DJI Action 4 camera. I think I've been using this camera for 2 years. We started this commuting business and I think it was August of 2023. I don't know how many times I've not commuted on an e-bike or a regular bike since then, but honestly, not very many times. I would say not more than 10 times. So am I getting tired of commuting on my e-bike? I don't think so. I think just like anything else, like you have some days where more than like a day, but there's some days where it's where it's really fun, and there's some days I don't really ever have days where I never have days where I'm dreading it. Ever, really. I think there's some days when I want to get home fast, you know, if I don't have the time, to like, if I have something going on and I don't have the time to like just cruise and enjoy myself, then it's kind of like, I wish I could just like transport myself home. But I used to feel that way about driving too. So it's not the e-biking thing. It's just that distance, right? Where you feel like you need to be home, and you've got, you know, so many miles to travel to get there. So in a car, it's the same feeling, you know, sitting in traffic, you know, trying to get home. I would prefer to do this than drive, for sure. So I wore one less jacket because it said it was 60, and I kind of regret it at this point. I'm cold. It's a lot colder out than I thought it would be. Yesterday it got up to 90 degrees. And I had my window open till like midnight last night because our house was so warm. But it actually feels pretty cold to me. I think it is colder than 60. So I want to cut on Old Grand, but it looks like I'm going to miss it. Take regular Grand Street up here. This fallen line right here behind this little car. So this should be an arrow, hopefully, and not a straight through, but it might be a straight through. Yeah, it's a straight through. Grand Street. We should have a bike lane. Doesn't go very far. We'll have a bike lane until just before 17th Street. And we're gonna Be up in the mix, as the kids say. Be up in that mix. You see how safe bike lanes are. People have no regard for solid lines. The fun part of the ride. Decides to turn, we're good. What's this fucking guy doing? Go ahead and go. I didn't publish a video today. The video I wanted to publish, I found out like I did this whole, I broke my routine, and instead of starting my ride home at work, I started it like in front of this fountain on this campus of this business I ride through. And this freaking guy right here in the avalanche is kind of annoying. And I think since I broke my routine, I forgot to turn my camera on. So I was already like a third of the way to work before I turned. I didn't even realize it until last night. I was getting ready to do the video. And I was like, where's that footage? So what happened was I was making a phone call like later on down the ride, and I went to turn my camera off for the phone call, and that's when I turned my camera on. And it was actually on this street right here. So then, like, my morning video yesterday, I could have published that, but I had already done a morning video, and then last night's video, I wasn't too sure about it, and I was just like, oh, you know what, let's just... The video that I had published yesterday was at like 170 views or something like that, so I was like, well, let's just let people watch this video, and then, because I think like I'd publish too many videos, so it's probably better if I just kind of watch the views, you know, and then because I know I get about 170 to 200 views every video, but sometimes it takes a while to get up to that number because I think people don't have time to just like watch somebody ride an e-bike to work. It's not, it's not that awesome, you know. I mean, it is for me, but what was I gonna say? Anyway, so yeah, I can watch, and like once I get close to like 200, then I know everybody's ready for another video. So it's only been 16 minutes, and we're halfway. So much risk involved on this route, though. Look at the speed limit. This is a highway. The speed limit on this road is 45 miles an hour. So people are going average 50, and some people are going to be going 55 or 60. To give perspective, which doesn't seem like that's a big deal, but it makes a huge difference. I'm getting messages from work like usual. Alright, it's our turn. Put this glove on just in time. This road's gotten better as far as having a lot of room. Bike is crazy, man. It's so just like possessed. This guy didn't leave me any freaking room at all. Hit this button. We'll get on the good side of traffic. Man. Little bottleneck right here. I like when they started putting these crazy lines right here on some of these streets, which actually helps a lot. I don't know, I'm not too sure what they're for, but Lots of crap in the road over here. Wow, look at all this rock. What the hell? What the hell is this? Wow, look at this. This landscape's changed quite a bit. Jeez. They cut down all these trees. Wow, I wonder what they're doing. Got a truck like right on my bumper right now. Van kicked up so much dust. This has been under construction for 2 years at least. Since I started doing this ride, this has been a mess under here. Alright, we'll be sitting here for a while. Crosswalk buttons, nothing we can do. It's kind of cool though. This is a kind of a comforting little spot right here. I like it. I don't know what it is, but I always like going under overpasses. Like I want to just stop and like sit in the, I don't know, I guess it's the shade maybe. I literally have dirt in my teeth right now. Nice. Okay, we're ready. It's our turn. Oh, almost got hit by a Jeep. We're gonna go around. Now, are you getting on the freeway? Yeah, you are. Strange area right here. slowing down. So what's crazy is, I mean, we've been going, haven't had to stop too much. And it's been, 27 minutes. So I think my fastest ride's like 33 minutes. And this is a pretty, more or less, a pretty direct route. It appears that way. But it's already 28 minutes. So, I'm not gonna beat my record, But my record is made going on Main Street, on Main Street in Santa Ana, which seems counterintuitive because I have to travel all the way to Maine, then I go across, and then I have to cut back, so in a big U pattern. But for some reason, I mean, it's 11 and a half miles, that route. On this route, we didn't really have to cut. We didn't have to do that. We went on Grand, which is, oh my God, dude, Siri's like talking to me right now. She thinks I'm talking to her, but I'm not. So, we're on good old Mega. Why is she walking? Oh. She like literally looked up from her phone and started walking. So yeah, if I had a bike that went 35 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, we could make this ride pretty damn fast. Almost as fast as a car, depending on which route I took. Out of power. Yeah, the fastest runs I used to make were definitely on my electric. Because on the electric, by pedaling, I could maintain for a long time. I could maintain 28 for the whole ride. It just had a little battery on it too, a little 10 amp hour battery. This has a 13, but we're also 750 watts. Opportunity to cross. Oh, here we go. That works. It's a lot easier. I was going to cut over to the crosswalk. Well, this is a pretty fast ride, actually. We're almost there already. What are you doing, man? Jeez, bro. Texas. Oh yeah, I can't get through here. Maybe I can. Keep right. What the hell? Can I go through here? We're like literally going through the construction zone now. Well, I guess they don't have it barricaded off, so. 33. Minutes. Pedal, pedal, pedal. How many non-blinkers are going to turn? There's a blinker. 2 blinkers. Nice. Oh, leaf blower. $34. Slow down. Morning. I'm famous. I was policing the parking lot yesterday. I was walking through the parking lot. This lady in this Lexus, Lexus, I don't know if they're called SUVs, I don't know what they are, but they're those wow, I don't know what the hell they are. Everybody has them here though. Everybody has a Lexus like that. She was going through the parking lot, literally like 20 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour through the parking lot. Stops by the building, opens the door, leaves her door open, runs in, clocks out, and then I see her. Of course, I had to say something. I was like, hey, you're gonna run somebody over, you better slow down. And she looked at me. Who are you? All right, 36 minutes. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, it is Thursday. And we are starting off in the beautiful city of Irvine. Currently on Von Carmen, heading north. Hi. Tourists. I know people probably cringe when they see me riding on the sidewalk like this. What happens when you spend the formative years of your life riding skateboards and vandalizing public property on your skateboards. Weird how just a little bit of extra weight can make such a difference to me, like on my backpack. So I'm carrying what I usually carry, which I'm used to, but I'm bringing the extra stuff I have in my pack is very simple. It's just 4 candy bars and 2 ramen soups. And it feels heavier. There's another sidewalk commuter right there. Oh no, he's not on the sidewalk, sorry. He's got the rad runner. Rebel, dude. This guy dude just ran right across the intersection on a green light. I think it was funny. Totally irresponsible. Oof. Okay, here we go. Get sideswiped by the Mazda CX-5. What's up, bro? What are you riding there? Rad power bikes. Just as I thought. It's pretty rad. Hopefully it's set up to be class 3 and not class 2. Brand new. I think that bike actually has a torque sensor on it. It's got the 3-inch wheel. 3-inch tire. He's got it set up as class 2. He can only go 20. It's alright. I'm not gonna pass him. He's got a brand new bike. It's like I'll feel bad passing him on my clunker. This bike's a sleeper. Rad power bikes, those bikes were expensive when I went and looked at them. They have a shop in Huntington Beach. They were definitely very nice though, like the quality looked very nice. But I think they're like, them and electric, those are like the OG mass produced bikes. I think those are the OG brands, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully he turns on Red Hill because I don't want to do this the whole way. Alright, we're going to have to pass him up after this car. Gotta wait for this little... I gotta stop and pick up 4 waters for my kids for their lunch tomorrow. same exact ride I did yesterday. What's this truck doing? I don't think we can make this green light, but can't tell what the Range Rover is going to do. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. This bike just does not feel stable. It's really weird. It's so like, everything is just so loose. Go hit this. All right, so here we are on the intersection of Main and Warner. One of my favorite cities of Orange County, Santa Ana. Probably my favorite.
Walk sign is on. Walk sign.
Go. Ah, you dummy. God damn it. Let's take a break. I was getting stressed out, man. I don't want to be stressed out. Let's take our time. Let's take our time and enjoy this ride instead of getting all caught up in the chaos, you know. Cruise in class 2. I just realized somebody asked me about that kid that I saw get hit over here the other day, and I don't think I replied to that comment. So that I was back here in this neighborhood, and I saw police cars and fire trucks, and there was a young boy who had gotten hit on his e-bike. So I couldn't. He was hurt pretty bad, but he was alive. He was kind of rolling around in pain on the ground with the firefighters tending to him. I didn't follow up and look up like what happened to him. But I think he was okay. I'm sure he was pretty hurt, but I don't think. The bad part is I don't think he had a helmet on. You gotta have a helmet, man. My helmet, I've been in 2 wrecks, 2 crashes. One on my gravel bike versus a car door, and my helmet saved my ass. I hit the door with the front right side of my handlebar, and it twisted my handlebar that way. I just barely clipped it, and then it pulled my bike down, and then I went head first into the door with my shoulder and my helmet. And then the corner of the door glanced off the corner of the door glanced off my helmet, cut my cheek pretty good. And but if I wouldn't have had my helmet on, I would have had a concussion. I don't know how fast I was going, probably about 15 miles an hour. And then when I had that car turn in front of me when I was in the bike lane, I sideswiped it was kind of a half collision, like sideswipe and collision. Same thing, it pulled my handlebars inward and body slammed me onto the ground, but I hit my head on my helmet, hit the ground. But yeah, that would have been another one. I would have been, oh my God, I would have been done. Definite 2 concussions for sure. No doubt in my mind. It would have been bad. And so how fast was I going on that one? I was probably going, I don't know, like by the time I hit the car, I don't know how fast I was going. But it felt like I hit a brick wall, for sure. But, like, I forgot what I was gonna say. Maybe I did get a little bit of brain damage from that wreck. I'm just like replaying it in my head right now. But that's my, so when I got the MRI on my neck, after that, I've had 2 MRIs, one normal and one with contrast, because they found I don't know for sure, I have another follow-up appointment to look at the results, but it caused, that car just stopped at the green light, look at. But it caused it's possible that it caused a shrinks in my spinal column. That could be caused from, there's a lot of things that could cause that, but it can definitely be caused from hitting your head. Like if your head kind of just whips back, it can create like a little buildup of spinal fluid in your neck, so who knows. But what they found was just during the first MRI, so this last one I got had contrast to see if it is for sure shrinks. So then if it is, then I'll have to continue to get, then I'll find out. Like they can do, if they start getting bigger, then you can start losing sensation in your arms and legs. And it could probably eventually, untreated, eventually like paralyze you. But I don't know how, I haven't read more about it because I don't want to get like scared. But hopefully it was just an artifact of the imagery and not real, you know, not really one of those things. But I'm a little worried about it. Bug just tried to go up my nose. Time do we have? Oh, 2 seconds. That's perfect. On Bush Street. A bike designated street. Well, if I would have known this guy was gonna turn, I probably would have made a different decision. Man, this area's been cleaned up so much. This used to be just infested. Now it's just chill. Chill. That LVR, I know I pointed this out before, but that LVR lifetime value RX pharmacy thing right there across the street, you can probably barely see it. It's supposed to be like a, what do they call that? Like a pestle where you smash medicine into like this little container. But to me, it looks like a cartoon hand flipping a bird. It looks like sign language. Looks like the old middle finger. So I'm gonna publish, not that it matters to you guys right now, because it will be history by the time you see this video. I'm gonna publish yesterday's ride home. And then this morning's ride. Me go? It stresses me out when people do that, man. They have their like, I shouldn't be on the sidewalk. Yeah, I haven't had anybody like criticize the way I ride on my bike lately, or I hadn't. But yeah, somebody made a comment about me riding on the sidewalk the opposite way. It's called being a salmon. So if you're like going the opposite way from like the flow of traffic, like I do sometimes, it's called being a salmon. But there's always a reason. Maybe the reasons aren't evident in from the outside looking in. but it's typically I'm trying to avoid a situation that's more detrimental than the particular act of riding like a salmon. The hell? Interesting. Drive like your kids live here. Will do. It's a way to do it, man. I should have showed you guys. I didn't show. Sorry. The guy had that whole street. It's like a dead-end street. They had it all blocked off, and so they could have their kids out playing. Mira. What the hell are you doing? Jeez. God has a plan. His shirt says God has a plan. Jesus, that dog almost got ran over by me. Man, people love their dogs, man. It's crazy. Like, people take their dogs everywhere. When I worked at, look at this new little spot. Let's check this out. Antepasado Park. Wow. There's a lot of historia right here. We'll have to come by and read these. Wow. We'll get some good footage of it. Another time. I have to keep moving. Yeah, this is one of the original barrios in Orange. I think the original one is Cypress. That's where the gang Orange Barrio Cypress comes from. And they used to meet over here at there's a community center up here past Walnut. That was like the hangout spot, or it might be before Walnut actually. And then they I think that's where supposedly F Troop in Santa Ana broke off from. And we're talking about like the 50s or 60s, I don't know. Living la vida loca. Living la vida loca. Was that guy waving at me, or was he making a left-hand turn? I don't know. I think he was making a left-hand turn. I wasn't trying not to be friendly. I'm actually a very friendly person. Living la vida loca. So, I'm probably going to start publishing on my Patreon account. So I started a Patreon account, and I can't go. I have a human in my way, so you guys go. When I first started this channel, I started a Patreon account, and then I published a few videos on there, and then I just kind of stopped. I took that link off of my channel and stopped talking about it. And so I just stopped publishing on there. I only put a few videos on there, but it just seemed so, I don't know why. I guess I just didn't, I felt like the videos wouldn't fall in sequence correctly, because I often talk about previous rides in my videos, and then like if I publish my missing videos on there, then it was like it didn't make sense, I guess. But I guess if you watch both channels, it would be worth it. So I think I'll probably well, what happened is I found out that my friend Ivan, he's my friend now, I think. He's been watching the channel from the beginning, back in the day. He was still a member of Patreon's, and I didn't realize it, so sorry, dude, that I wasn't putting videos out. But he's just a good dude, and we talk often about, over the last couple of years, about video ideas that I never executed, but he has a lot of good ideas, and he's been a huge supporter of the channel. So shout out to Ivan. I mean, there's a few other people too, but Malakan has supported the channel like monetarily in the past. And anyways, so I went and looked at Patreon, and I was like, whoa, because Ivan emailed me, and I was like, oh, dude. So yeah, I had people paying into that, or had him paying into that, and I didn't know it. And ironically enough, we ran out of money this week, and I was able to get groceries today because of that. So shout out to Ivan. And we're gonna get some bottles of water now too. Living la vida loca. So yeah, once I start publishing videos on my Patreon account, I'll let you guys know. But I think that's better than like having memberships on YouTube. Oh my God, my brakes aren't working. I'm gonna drop these waters. Dang, that was close. So on I was doing the memberships, in which you still can on YouTube, but YouTube takes like they take like 30%. And then I felt like when I briefly pushed memberships on the channel, and like I felt like I was already self-conscious about it. Like, I don't have any subscriptions on YouTube, and I watch a lot of channels, and I don't subscribe to anybody, you know. But I understand why they do it. I mean, I understand why people push subscriptions and ask for donations. Like, you spend like a lot of time, and like a lot of these creators, like they actually do spend a lot of time. Like, I don't spend any time making this part of the video because I'm doing it anyway. But you know, if you want to get new stuff, like new gear or new cameras, new anything, that's like, you know, it's not easy, you know, if you're supporting a family and trying to have a channel. You just never grow. You just do what I'm doing right now, which is you just get by, you know. But and then you spend a lot of time, like hours, you know, so many hours a week to put these videos out. And so like, I understand why people do subscriptions, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't like really push it too much. I mean, I was hoping at one point that this would be like a second job for me, but I'll need to put more energy into the channel. But anyway, so even somebody made a comment like one time. I don't know what you guys think. So I think I brought this up before, but whoever's watching this video right now is probably somebody that watches the channel for like all the time and for a long time. And I know I brought this up before, but I can't really remember what people said. So like, is that a bad look? You know, that's what I always wonder. Is that a bad look? Like trying to get people to subscribe to your channel or join the Patreon so you can generate a little bit of income for yourself. Like, I don't know if it is. I don't think it is, man. I don't think it's bad, but it was just, anyway, somebody had made a comment like, they said, oh, so now, they said, you're really gonna charge people to watch your videos? And I was just like, man, like, how do you look at it that way? I've never thought that. I mean, there's some people that just outright like push it all the time in a very like, you know, direct way, I guess. But like, it was just kind of not very nice for that person to say that, and it made me feel very like bad. So that's when I stopped pushing for the channel, because I'm gonna put out videos no matter what, you know, because it's what I like to do. Like, I do this because it's fun for me, and like, I've met a lot of cool people that watch the channel, and even have friendships now because of that. And then also, it's therapeutic for me to ride this bike and talk to you guys. You know, this is something that I look forward to, so I enjoy it. But if I were to generate money doing this, I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. Money makes the world go around, y'all. And money makes my wheels go around. So we'll catch you on the next one.